Welcome back to Programming Logic using Python. I am your professor, Professor Fiske, and let's get into iterative statements. Now, last class, regarding Python, we went over decision structures, and decision structures are very powerful. I know you guys are thinking, well, I thought AI was brand new. It's not. We've been making computers make decisions for a very long time. Well, we also have made computers do redundant activities that humans are not necessarily good at. Error prone, whole 9 yards. Well, why is that important? Well, we might want to loop through a bunch of things. So there's a few loops that are important to you. The first loop we're going to discuss is the vaunted while loop. All right, the vaunted while loop. Now, what is the while loop and how does it work? Well, your while loop is a loop that loops until a sentinel value is reached. It looks something like this. While, let's say while I have to think about this for a second. Yeah. We'll do this. We're going to run into a problem. I hope you can see this. But while response is not equal to -1. All right. I want you to run this. Great. Seems really simple, right? Well, let's run it and see what happens. So please enter a number between 1 and 10. We're going to enter a number between 1 and 10. 2. The number is 2. And it just keeps on going and going and going and doesn't stop. Now, the one thing that we're going to need to do here is we're going to need to put this response inside the while loop because the response will stop the program. Here, I'll show you. The input, my apologies, will stop the program from doing this infinite loop. Infinite loops are bad. Infinite loops are loops you want to avoid. So if I run this, it's going to ask me, please enter a number between 1 and 10. And it's going to ask me a second time because I have this line twice. The first time it asked it to me on line 13. And then it asked me again at line 15. I'm going to show you why it's important at line 15. It's important at line 15 so that the while loop stops. And if I want to leave the while loop, I put in -1. Well, I should have been able to leave the while loop. Let me see. Response never changed. So I don't understand why. I guess it's actually within the context or the scope of the while loop. So we're running into issues here. All right? We're running into issues here. What I actually want to do is very simple. You do not want to put Boolean expressions here inside your while loop. Just for the sake of this conversation, this means is not equal to. That one bang sign means is not, and the equal sign means equal to. Okay, great. Well, we don't want that. So with that being said, the one thing that I would discuss here is understanding the idea behind what the best practice for looping really is. Now, the best practice for looping in Python is this. But Professor Fiske, you said infinite loops are bad. Yeah, they are bad. They're only bad when you are not the one making them on purpose. But we're going to make them on purpose. Now, I want to pause here before I go any further because this lecture is going to go deep into whiles, fors, and do-whiles. And I don't want to go deep into whiles, fors, do-whiles right now. I just want to show you the concept behind a loop. So we're going to say while true, and then we're just going to jump in and do the things, okay? And then in a later module, in the iterative loops or iterative statement module, we'll discuss a little deeper the idea behind the way these structures actually work. So if we debug this while loop, boom, we'll say true, or we'll say go. I forgot to erase that. Let's stop, go. All right, cool. We're in the while. There it is. We're in the while loop. Let's step into the while loop. We have our response. It's going to ask us to enter a number. We're going to enter the right number, or we're going to enter something that's correct. We're going to then step into that, go, and would you look at that? Looks like everything ran just fine, and now it went back to the top of the loop to go again. Now, while loops are nice because they allow you to go until things are untrue, there are other loops like do whiles and fors which do something completely different. I want to show the concept of loops right now. Later on in the modules, we'll go a little deeper into what these loops actually mean. That's all I have for you today. I really enjoy doing all of these look-sees with you. If you've liked, please like and subscribe. There's more to follow. And as I say in all my videos, good luck, have fun, ciao.